All right. Greetings, adventurers. This is our Nat21 Grand Patreon Saints game. Now, we have just enlarged the group now. That's 6 players. And so what we're going to do is have a quick split off where we have 3 people go one direction, 3 people go the other, because we want to have a smaller group, a little bit more interaction between our players, and a little more time for each person to role play. So without further ado, let's bring everybody in for our latest adventure. Now, we last left off where the party had just defeated some other fire demons and freed some water nymphs. Now, several of the water nymphs have been sticking around because most of them are from there, but one went off to... She was determined to regain her throne. And interestingly enough, almost as if by fate, she ran into the other party of adventurers who thus helped her regain her crown, defeated another fire demon, all that other jazz. But of course, they could not have done all of that without our Grand Patreon Saints and all their efforts that they've done. So, the party stands... They're taking a break, I'm pretty sure a long, long rest, when a priest of Jawsus comes up. Someone who has partied with them before. Pwent Battlebrewer himself, the dwarven cleric of Jawsus, comes up while everyone is huddled down in a small area, resting up, as the nymphs have been providing water for them now that the nymphs have started to regain some of their powers, growing plants and things like that. And there he stands before them. Pwent had been missing for a while.
Oh, no, it's Pwent. He's drinking.
That's right. He wandered off drinking, and now has come back. What is he doing on the Isle of Cecil? Cecil? Cecil.
Oh, he walks up to the party. You'd be missing some drinking. It starts just handing him battle brews.
Much appreciated there.
Where have you been?
Newbie? Yeah. Newbie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot has changed since you had to go and, fix your leaky sink or whatever when Jawsus took you away. This is Traylon. He's another plus.
Where is the big cat?
Still missing.
I don't know. He got sick with a hairball when we got back into the real world.
Again?
It happens apparently.
Wasn't me this time?
Yeah, I still got my eye on you, Aguilar.
All right. Yes, +1+1. That's right. Hello, Blondie. Hello, everyone. Johnny O Twitch, Frank. Oh, Frank, you're here.
I'm right here.
You're right there. I'm just going down the list. Zelani and Sally. Hi, everybody. Yes. So, yeah, here we are. And hi, Dave. All right. I have been running around busy all day long. So, and this is my 3rd online game this week. So I'm doing great. Don't worry. Well, Pwent has some important news for all of you.
So I'd be here because of the Gear Chasers and what they were supposed to do for the king. So supposedly there is a power engine that the king gave the Gear Chasers if they would go to Magecroft. The Gear Chasers are originally from Cecil. As of right now, to get the device that he gave the Gear Chasers years ago back, he has a Gear Chaser as a prisoner. We were called here in support of the colony that the king wants to create, knowing that the king wants the powder source back, the priests of Jossus have decided they were going to do some scrying and divination of their own, and have found out the power source is in the big volcano.
Of course.
And it may actually have something to do and be related to Jossus. We want the powder source before the king can get his hands on it.
You completely lost me at Jawses.
We totally knew nothing about any of this before.
We were just promised that we could have free land if we came here.
So wait, you're telling me the king that I had a crush on that I thought was hot is now evil?
Oh, he's been evil. Like,
My
You need to
dreams of
stop
sadness.
falling for that type, Eliza.
Leave me alone. I just want to be a pretty, pretty princess and kick people's asses.
Well, when you fall for the wrong one, you definitely can. They make you angry, you kick their arse, and then you have to wipe them off your boot.
Well, look at the bright side, Eliza. I mean, at least he's not like, some hideous demon or something.
could be worse.
Hideous demon, evil king, bit of an asshole. They're all in the same category.
That Venn diagram almost stacks like pancakes. I just have to say.
On that Venn diagram, sorry.
There's only a little edge, like a corona of
Wait.
eclipse.
There's pancakes?
It's like, his hotness just went down because he's being evil. You don't screw with water nymphs.
I mean, technically, to be fair, the king did not screw with any water nymphs. Well, that's not okay. That you know of.
Just don't answer that, please.
That you know
yeah.
of.
That's a whole other story. That's not here right now.
That's a whole nother adventure. That's the Nat21 After Dark.
After dark, where things really get weird.
A whole bunch of water nymphs. They had the water. They just had to have the nymphs. Anyway, there is more to this story.
There is some gear that I do have with me that can work with the gear chaser stuff and potentially stop the gear chaser tech. We want to find more of it before the king does and use it to potentially leverage the king to make sure that he doesn't get his hands on said powder engine.
Mm-hmm.
Power engine sounds fun. Aguilar, you could make it better.
Yes, I could.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Nah, I can always make it better. Always. Always.
Stare at the camera to make it awkward.
He's pretty good.
Wait, I'm just gonna. There you go. All right. So Puent has given you this information, and the best thing that that could be done is, because things are happening fast. Puent, by the way, as you headed out from the priests of Jossus, you also saw that the king was moving out his army towards the mountain, the volcano as well. So time is of the essence, and you'll probably have to do both those things at the same time. How are we going to do that? We're going to have to simply split up the party. That's right. Almost as if we planned it. We're still missing a cat, though.
We are still missing our cat.
Like, where did that damn cat go?
Just leave a trail of tuna. He'll be there.
Was y'all chasing a squirrel again?
No, it's a cat.
There's no squirrel on this island.
He's chasing another cat.
if he's chasing something, well, if he thinks it's a squirrel, he's going to be very disappointed. Worst squirrel ever. Fire squirrels. I'm going to write that down. That exists
Fire
now.
squirrels.
Fire squirrels. I mean, I don't want to say fire squirrels, but fire squirrels. So, just
At least it doesn't have
Hey,
tentacles.
baby.
Hi, tiny baby.
is that a baby? Oh, you're
Tiny
getting the
human.
internet now. All right, so Puent. Well, we're like I said, we're just gonna assume that the cat will follow the trail of all of you guys, and I believe that we have the original AAA is going to head off towards the mountain, while Puent has the gear chaser technology that will hopefully be able to make use of anything found in the the city of Syracuse. And that is where Puent is hoping to head, because he's got all these little pushy buttons that will hopefully work in the city of gear chasers. So you might even have the remote control for the garage door.
Do I still have that remote control?
Oh, the one for the fish?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't break it on you, so yeah, you still have it.
Just making sure.
Now, to give you an idea of where we are right now, I'm going to throw the map here. Boop. Here's our map of Cecil. Now, currently you are in Caltanisseti, in the dead center of the island.
You're pointing to?
The one that I'm pointing to. No,
This one right here? right here? That one?
yes, exactly that one. Caltanisseti, the big city in the center of the island. That is where all the nymphs were captured, and now, of course, heading back the way you came. If you go back, then the volcano is to the north, and Syracuse is to the south.
So we want to go
travel
here.
together for a while
This one right here.
before you need to split up. There you go. I mean, there's no reason to split up at this moment, and especially since we're still missing your cat. So, what would you like to do? Oh, Jersey Princess splits.
I'm out.
She just went
Maybe
invisible.
she's procuring the modes of transportation.
I'm going to continue to work on my Iron Man suit.
That you've been dragging around with you?
No, I'm wearing it. It's
Are you
just,
wearing?
I'm you know, it's an Iron Man suit.
Right.
It's more like a Coconut Man suit.
Oh yeah, that's right. AC on that is not the best, but it is there. All right, is there anything else that you'd like to do before you head back out?
We've had our rest, which was my primary concern.
Yes.
So
And the water nymphs, now free, have started this whole center of this town actually clearly used to have like gigantic waterfalls coming out from the top, and and so you saw when you approached all of these empty would have been waterfalls and rivers and some canals and things like that. There she is. And so now they are flowing as you've taken a rest, and already plants are starting to pop back up, and the nymphs have actually grown food for you. Fresh trees are starting to actually come back already. And they kind of, they don't have any alcohol, but it's still a party. They're like, these fruits don't ferment for a whole nother 6 months. Although maybe they don't. They're they're not the ones who have the seeds for the beer tree, but the beer garden. But they're like, yes, we'll hopefully get some of those soon. It'll be great. But they do party with you, and they heal you for anything they can if you need it. So.
Yep. So hit points regained, spells regained. I am ready to adventure again.
All right.
Oh, good.
Pop that map up one more time. Boop. So from the dead center of the island, from the city of Caltanisseti, it's Caltanissette. Took the last letter off. You follow that barely visible road back east. All right. And of course, the crazy trees and all of the fire trees, the fire vines are everywhere. And I'm like, I'm looking at all the things. Dun, dun, dun. Where are my dice?
You just had them too.
I know, right? And all right, so you're heading back. There are other paths. It's going to take you a little while. There, you see some other perhaps tiny paths that lead off to some various directions, but the main road, you're pretty sure, even after 400 years of getting overgrown, it's pretty visible. Everybody give me a perception check.
Got a 7.
12.
18.
9.
Traylon?
12.
12. All right. So it would
18.
seem that Puent and Aguilar, you're definitely being followed. However, actually, both of you give me another perception check.
22.
Oh, dang. Puent, you're pretty sure it's your cat.
We're being followed.
It's the big cat.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
And then Puent, you're like, wait a minute. If it's the cat, why is he there and over there? And you're definitely getting the feeling that you're being surrounded.
Okay, it's many big cats.
What is it, Peter? Well, no, I'm on. Oh,
That.
We only have one big cat.
Just throw out some catnip.
If I thought Battle Brew would do it.
All right, so you're probably being surrounded at this point, although they are not visible.
My
Yeah,
bovine
this is not
instincts are
looking
not
good.
comfortable.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
My bovine instincts are feeling uncomfortable.
Right.
Oh,
Cat.
I would agree.
A voice from the trees calls out, "You there, stop.
Why?
Who goes there?
Us. We go there.
Be a little more specific."
Triple A. Actually, this is triple A plus plus.
Plus, plus, plus.
Plus 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 plus.
Wouldn't that be
You
premium?
hear a growl. "Do not trifle with us. We have never seen your like. Who are you?"
You've never seen a dwarf.
Is that what you are?
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He's short, got the big old beard. Obviously, he's a dwarf.
Right. Two Leonin come out. They're dressed in rather tattered wear. They've got spears, and they come out from the front. You were pretty sure that there are more around you, and they look at Aguilar, who is blue-skinned, right? And actually, they haven't seen. They've only seen. I was like, who? Oh wait, no, they did see Echo. So, all right. Who are you, and what do you want?
Different
Friends or foes?
Depends on to who. Who are you?
We are the Leonin, and we live here on this island. What do you want here?
Well, if you live on this island, then we will probably be friend, because we're not here to do anything bad, so to speak. We have a Leonin friend ourselves, part of our crew, but he's been sick with a hairball. He missed the ship, I think.
Or did he?
Or did he? Or did he?
Did he?
So why are you here?
The Sun King wanted us to come here and colonate. And apparently he's evil.
Probably not a good idea to tell them that.
Yeah. We are simply adventurers out seeking adventure and exploration and helping people along the way that need it.
Yes, we saved some water nymphs.
Ah, yes, that we did. We just saved the water nymphs, so we got some water flowing here now.
Wait, that was you?
Well, that right back there behind us, yeah, that was us. We did that.
Well, I don't
We
know if
did
I
it
believe
then.
you, but like she just rolled. It was like, nope. It doesn't actually believe you, but even though you're telling the truth, it's like, well, if that's true, then we owe you a debt. You're not the first group of people we've seen come here since the island, well, changed. The sky changed, everything changed. One day, the Fire Nation attacked. But
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
that's right.
And only the Avatar can stop him. But we're not the Avatar. We're just adventuring people.
And of course,
By the
there's
way, I totally call air nomads.
aeronomads. Man, earthbending's where it's at. Anyway, that's we don't have time for this argument.
So you said there's others that are on. Are they helping? Have they helped you too?
Oh yes, they defeated the Fire Lord, who was ruled over our village for quite some time.
Did you take away his bending, though?
Oh, we took away all sorts of things from him.
Unfortunately, you did not defeat the Melon Lord.
No, too much. But we are on our way to help. We hear that there are other fire demons that need to be destroyed, or at least removed from this world, and we're
In the volcano.
going to do it. That's where most of them come from.
Isn't that where we're going?
Yeah, I believe so. According to the latest info we got when Quentin joined us up, we've got to go and check out the mountain and see what we can do to help out there.
So that's where we're headed. So why don't you come with us?
Well, we are headed down to the island, to the city of Syracuse. We hear that there are things there that can help.
Such as
so we
what?
heard as well.
What kind of things?
I want to know.
They told us that there might be some armor, even weapons that we can use.
I like armor and weapons.
Like magical things.
Well, they only fit Leonin, so good luck.
I can make it better.
I mean,
Not going to fit me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it appears it's not going to be of any use for any of us. So we just may have to continue along our way, and maybe we will cross paths again at the mountain.
We will try. But we are headed in that direction right now, so perhaps before we split off, we can travel together in safety. The jungle is very dangerous for all of us.
Yes, we have already encountered and had to defeat some strange, nightmarish monstrosities.
trust me, they are still in my nightmares.
Yes. Very well. Let's see. My name is Takai, and I am the leader of this group of Leonin. Our queen, Calliope, has sent us to help.
I guess.
Shall we continue traveling then?
Right, indeed we shall.
Meh.
Meh.
Went just keeps drinking.
All right. You continue heading on down, and down the road. It's going to take another day with this Leonin group, which actually there's about 25 of them. So they actually managed to scare off any smaller creatures. And fortunately, because they are also Leonin, they don't arouse the suspicion of any larger creatures. So, fortunately, the night goes by, and the next day, continue traveling, and eventually you get to that point in the road that splits off to north and south. George Takai, a little bit, says Matt.
And there's no such thing as central.
That's right. So, the Leonins say we are headed south to the city of Syracuse. Who's joining us?
I. And another drink, of course.
So I believe that you're, I guess it's going to be Aguilar and Argrax heading north.
We got this. We got it.
Heading north and hopefully leaving a trail of cat scent from the other cats. They'll eventually find you. And our Eliza Puente, Trallin, and the Leonins will head south to Syracuse, and their adventure will continue on Monday. So we were going to part ways right now, and the rest of the group will continue on adventuring.
Be safe.
Monday night, 6 p.m.
Have fun, you guys. Don't die without me.
And they head on down the road. Boop, boop, boop.
Action.
There we go. Hit the mute button on the action cam. There we go. All right. Oh, the other mute button. Well, the party splits. Doop. And eventually you will come to the point where, hopefully, leaving a trail of small pieces of tuna and catnip, you're hopefully your friend will find you. But here we are, an even smaller fellowship of the ring, as it were. You are just about to Katani, the ruins thereof, and the rest of the party head south to Syracuse. And
there it is.
boop. All right. So,
Aguilar, you and me is Frodo and Sam. Going to the mountain.
I don't know who that is. I don't get that reference.
I don't get the reference. Right. We'll just focus in on you two. All by yourselves. All right.
Two is the loneliest. No. Oh wait, no, it's one.
And again, just for those of you who might be joining us just now, this is the Grand Patreon Saints Dungeons and Dragons game, and we are here to adventure from now until, let's see, 9 p.m. Eastern-ish. We have our Grand Patreon Saints, of course, are our Patreon supporters on Nat21, and once a month we have a game that they play alongside with us in the same universe, and awfully darn close, and perhaps even by Tuesday night, they might be this far away from each other. We'll see what happens. And so right now we have two groups of adventurers. You can join in as well by joining our Patreon if you like. And obviously we still have the same rules as our normal game, which is that you get to affect the die rolls of our party. So you can throw in, with using your channel points, you can have, oh, there we go. You can have hits, crits, misses, advantage, disadvantage, all the fun things. So there you go. And who gets to be guided?
Our former party members can now do it to us.
That is true. Now, while you cannot aid yourself as a Patreon Saint during your game, if you are not in the game, you can actually help out. So even our players who were just recently playing, now that they're not on the screen, they can now help out in the chat if they like. Or hurt.
Yeah, in all honesty, we just kicked them off in a different direction so they could help us, from behind the scenes.
That's right. This is all part of the plan. All part of the plan. Well, there, way off in the distance, is the largest volcano you've honestly ever seen in your entire lifetime. It is actually visible from 100 miles away. And the very top of it, although very tiny from here, you can tell is extremely large. And why don't you all both of you give me another perception check. You can see that it is currently erupting.
19.
Nice.
I don't see it erupting.
And you look off, Aguilar, you'd swear that the lava flashing up at the top so far away, it's almost like it was tentacles, like not just exploding lava, but the lava was like tentacle arms. Like you'd swear that's what you're like. Maybe it's just because you're far away. Who can tell?
Argrax?
Yo, what's up?
I'm pretty sure the lava coming out of the volcano, I'm fairly sure that they're lava tentacles.
Are you sure? All I see is just a glow.
I'm kind of sure.
Orangey red, and
Maybe.
that's all I just see a glow.
Of course, it's tentacles because he didn't actually make a good roll on that. It was a 19 was good, but still far away. So it's tentacles. It's always tentacles, whatever the worst fear is.
It's tentacles because of our DM.
That's right. He's got a thing about tentacles, I guess. All right. So the path lays ahead of you. Let's see. You do know that the ruins of Katani are ahead. Meh. And from what you know, from what Pwent has recently told you, aha, and from what Pwent recently told you, that perhaps that power source is being used by someone powerful in that volcano. So, and just when you're all staring there looking at that very top, someone comes up and says, "What are you looking at?"
There he is. There's lava tentacles up there.
Alcibiades,
Lava.
where the heck have you been? Again.
I might have fallen into a forge.
Ah, it is hot around here. Alcibiades, give me a perception check.
That is. Come on, scroll over. 7.
All right. Nope. Looks like lava to you. There you go. Lava. Well, what do you do? Continue down the road?
I think we have to go there anyway. So even if you don't see tentacles, and I do,
I
All right.
still go there.
Whoop. All right. You head on down. I'll pop that map up one more time. Boop. All right. So you're at the crossroads. You head up north along the coastline, and well, there before you is the ruins, the overgrown ruins of the city of Katani. Just a pile. I mean, there's probably not a building that's 2 stories tall anymore. Overgrown with weeds, trees, and vines. Just a pile. Burr. I mean, that's
Man,
not the
this
goal,
place
but
looks like it got run over by a triceratops.
possibly. And you can, of course, just kind of go around it. So if you're trying to make your way there quickly, yeah, that might be the best.
It don't seem like there's anything here.
The big cat is here, yes. Right. All right, well, you continue on past, and probably close to the end of the night, or the end of the day, you are at the foot of this gigantic place. And I mean, it is a humongous slope, and you can tell that some of it is, it's not just a round volcano, it is a gigantic, like a shield shape almost. And of course, it's so big that there are highs and lows. You can see ancient lava flows that are 60, 70 feet high that are now basalt and obsidian. And then there's other places that are just pumice rocks. So it's had all sorts of volcanic flows around here. It is almost nighttime, and there's actually ahead of you is a lone building that the roof is gone, the walls made of stone, and you can see that the lava has literally just, at some point in history, has come all the way around it and flowed on either side of it. It literally formed a wedge, and the lava just moved past it. Who knows how long ago? It's solid rock now, but some sort of not little building, but probably like a 30 by 30 sized stone building.
I think maybe we should camp there.
I mean, if it prevents lava from getting us, I vote for that.
In that room. Back where I got this really cool ring that I still have, that last charge.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've still got a wish.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Different volcano, though. All right, so so you camp out there for the night. Just roll real quick. Let me. Let's give me give me an order of watch there.
I'll take the final.
I'll take the middle.
All right. Alcibiades, in the dead of the night, as you're sitting in the building, watching out what used to be the doorway. There's no door there anymore, of course. You do see some four-legged animals. They look vaguely dog-like, and as they're a pretty good distance away from you. But as they run, you can see their little legs because they look like one of those cars with neon underneath them. It just glows red underneath, and so you can see their little legs like in front of the glow as they just kind of run. You can see the ground glowing over them.
Lava puppies?
Perhaps lava puppies.
Adopt all the lava puppies.
I'm gonna warn against that, but but you do you.
We don't have a party, but we don't have a mascot for.
Yeah, we don't have a mascot yet.
Lava Puppy is a really good, mascot.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go with lava puppies when one person is an aquatic species and the other is a cat?
Sounds about right, yeah.
Each half of that animal is inherently dangerous to one of you.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That tracks.
I don't have vulnerability fire.
Yeah, if anything, it would be electricity that would be concerning. If they were electric puppies, then that would be a little bit of questionable.
I really don't have to worry about any elements right now.
Any?
I have a spell.
Yeah, but the first time you do. If they get you by surprise.
Yeah.
They seem to be scavenging around. There's Alcibiades, you count 4 of them. They don't really seem to know you're around or seem to be paying any attention to you at the moment.
If they're not gonna bother us, I'm just like, if they start coming this way, I'll wake people up. But because they're just sort of wandering, not gonna do anything to draw attention to us, really.
All right. For a moment, you do seem to think that 2 of the 4, like one of them stops and kind of looks in your direction, and the one behind him stops, and then also, like, they kind of take a sense of the wind, and then they start to move on.
Bye, lava puppies.
They clearly failed their perception checks and continued moving. All right. Aside from that, nothing else happens in the night. Bye, lava puppies. They do exist. It is morning now. There's that mountain.
Oh. Well, that was a peaceful night.
Yeah, I think I almost found a new pet in the night, but they just sort of wandered away.
It's probably for the best, Alcibiades.
What was it?
It was a dog, but it was glowing. Like underneath, it had glowing underneath it.
So I put my hand on your shoulder. I'm actually using an ability that I recently got. Blessing of the Forge.
Oh.
Gotta double check, make sure. There we go. Blessing of the Forge. At the end of a long rest, you can imbue magic into a weapon or armor by touching a non-magical version. Until your next long rest or you die, the object grants a +1 bonus to either AC or attack. So if you're not wearing magical armor, it now is +1.
Alrighty, where do I go to? I'll just know it's one higher.
Yeah.
Man, that's the sort of ability a warlock could really make use of.
Hmm.
I'm a cleric of the Forge.
All right, so you continue to move on up the mountain. Well, I guess that's going to be a roll, perception check. But you're heading in, and you're definitely getting a sense that there are more creatures about. And
24. There are definitely creatures about.
oh yes, you feel like that. They're also with that 24. You're definitely feeling that maybe these creatures aren't as random as some lava puppies. That maybe, you do feel like there's certain areas that are, being watched. Like, oh yeah, if I was trying to overlook this little valley part of this, I'd have some sort of outpost right there. And there's like, some very large boulders stacked up as if perhaps that was an outpost. And you're like, oh,
I point that out.
Can we tell what way the boulders would end up falling down and attempt to avoid those pathways?
Oh, sure. Definitely.
If there were people there that
Definitely would go straight down the valley, just in the this part of this valley. There's plenty of them around, so it's like, oh yeah, if we were just walking down the middle here, that would come right over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the path of least resistance, as it were. But definitely getting the feeling that that there are creatures here that are watching you if they can. So perhaps being a little stealthier might be good also.
Yep. And I still actually have my owl.
All right.
So because that hasn't been dismissed. So I still have my little familiar owl flying about.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
Yes, because I was just like, oh yeah, I got the owl. So because I know he's like, wait a minute, because my owl has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. He's got the dark vision and passive perception 13.
Nice. All right, from here, your owl definitely. Your owl flies up, kind of comes up and back around, and let's see. How does your owl communicate with you? Just
let's see.
You can see through it, that sort of thing.
Yes, I believe that is how that. One of the ways how that works, kind of like an Aragon.
There are definitely there's like a group of perhaps 15, 20. They just look like not gigantic fire elementals, but human-sized fire elementals, and they are clearly, they're not scavenging, they are patrolling, and they're on the other side of that ridge, not too far away.
All right. Yep. So for reference, while my familiar is within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of the next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses the familiar may have.
Right on.
So that's my communications and psych actions that I have available for.
All right. Well, are you trying to move stealthily or trying to just head on through?
I'll use stealth.
All right.
We can kind of do like a mix because with the owl flying up above for Overwatch, you know, and you easily can stay within 100 feet for that communication. If for whatever reason the it appears that we may be being notified, we can immediately stop and reevaluate.
Also, the owl is smart enough that the owl's not just flying around. I mean, there are other creatures out here that are small and owl shaped, but obviously they are not owls. They are fire owls, perhaps, and so he's trying not to stand out. Like, I'm not an owl. So occasionally he has to dip down and go low. But that will give you advantage to all of your stealth checks. So everybody give me a stealth check with advantage.
Does it cancel out disadvantage? That's really important.
Does it cancel out? Yes.
Okay.
So then you're just rolling one die.
15. It would have
All
been a 3.
Well done.
So that is
16.
18.
Oh, all right. No worries there. Once again, the patrol gets close, but with the aid of the owl kind of giving you these signals and saying, go over this way, you can manage to jump on the other side of the ridge before anything happens. But there are 20 of these human-sized just look like a flame that is walking, little arms. And then they patrol on down. You sneak around, and you come to a cave. You're at least 100 feet away from it, but there are there are two of these flaming fire guards, and they both have what looks like a metal weapon, and at the end of it, a blade covered in flames.
How are they standing in front of the cave?
Oh, they're just on either side of it.
If I were to throw a stone off into a distance to make a noise, is there a way I could get them to like be away from it, or is it like right into the cave? Like, no, there's no way to make them go off in a different direction.
The cave entrance is actually 20 feet wide, so it's not like a narrow doorway, but so that means they're on either side of it, about 20 feet away from each other. So, I mean, maybe you could get the interest of one on one side, and depending on what they do, it might work. I mean,
I'm trying to make a distraction. Then I'm going to use my wrist catapult to fire one of my magic stones off into the woods or away from the cave to try to get them to go over there and look at it.
And no animal handling just yet. No, animal handling is when you are interacting with a mechanical or magical object that may or may not be sentient. That's that's what animal handling's for. Duh. So, like, all right.
Yeah, we're working with an actual animal. Animal handling doesn't apply.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aguilar, why don't you give me a to hit roll and see how well this works out for you on the realm of.
That's a 20.
Nice.
Not
All right.
natural.
Well, that's going to give it. All right. So, The guard, of course, must say these words. What's that then? There's someone prowling around here. And looks off. And the other guard, he kind of gives the signal to the other guard. The other guard stands directly in the center of the archway. And the first guard goes off to try to investigate.
I think now's the time to take them out.
Okay. Okay, guys.
If you say so.
All right.
Of course, that this creature did not say those things in common, but you're almost certain that is exactly what he said.
That's exactly what we said.
So, what's that then? There's someone prowling around here. And
All right, I'm going to
Eldritch Blast.
catapult.
what's the range of Eldritch Blast? You might need to get a little closer, I think.
120 feet.
Damn. All right. I'm pretty sure you can find some cover and then Eldritch
Actually, you know
Blast from 120 feet.
I'm gonna use guiding bolt.
All right.
I will plink with an arrow. I don't got fancy spells.
Directly in the center.
I don't got no fancy spells. I just plink with arrows.
All right.
Okay, so that's a 9 with my +6.
Dang.
But
Blast fail. Oh,
21.
Sally threw down a fail, which it would already be failing already. So you get some cover, and you're like, Eldritch Blast, which of course you have to say every time you want to cast Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast! And Aguilar.
21 on my guiding bolt.
All right. Guiding Bolt does hit. And let me know what that damage is, but Alcibiades, you plink
9
with an
damage.
arrow. 9?
A
Give me-
19.
A
to
19
hit.
does hit.
For 4 points.
All right. And that is a normal arrow?
Yes.
All right.
The bow is magic, but
Right. When the arrow hits, it kind of, and you see it burst into flames as it just, the guiding bolt, bam, hits him. The Eldritch Blast right over his head, and of course he saw exactly where that came from, and just as he cries out, the other guard goes walking back and says in his language, "It must have been the wind," but the one that you shot points at you guys, turns his pole arm towards you, and a blast of magical fire shoots out. Well, golly, there's 3 of you there, and 2 out of 3 of you hit. Hilariously, the bolt goes right for Argrax, who had missed originally. That is a 15.
Yeah, I'm just AC 12.
Ah, all right. Blam, that's a...
well, someone critted for the DM.
Oh, Blondie, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna remember this when you guys want more stuff made.
Okay, well, lucky. Okay, sometimes I wish I had the die roller on there, but I actually rolled a 1 on my damage. So that would be that. However, still is a total of 6. So being doubled. So that could have been way worse. Oh man.
All right, and I'm a warlock, so you know what that means. It's time to fight fire with fire.
The other guy.
Because I'm reacting.
Oh, right.
I'm a
that's
warlock.
reaction. Give it
Hellish rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke.
You're
That is
using fire on fire creatures.
It's an automatic reaction attack. You know.
Is it fire or energy? I thought it was Eldritch.
Well, Hellish Rebuke is fire.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, and the range of Hellish Rebuke is 120 as
That's
well? Because
60.
you're right in range.
60 feet. What's our range?
You guys are about 100 feet away since you...
Okay, so then there's no reaction.
Yeah. All right. Aguilar, the other one, as he comes back saying, "Oh, it must have been the wind," and then sees his buddy like take all these hits, shoots thing. He looks out 100 feet. He also throws his hurls of fire blast at you. It explodes on the ground just ahead of you, and we'll have to we'll have to take that auto success back with the Hellish Rebuke once they're in range. So you're about 100 feet away. One guard stands there uninjured, the other one slightly injured and a little pissed off. What do you do?
Guys, that was so the bow is magical, but apparently the arrows still they aren't gonna do much. They just sort of
Don't you still
burst
have
into
the
flame.
special arrows that we got?
I have 2 fire arrows.
Oh, because you used the lightning ones.
Yep. I got fire arrows, which the arrow already burst into flame, so I don't think the fire arrows are gonna exactly do anything.
Alcibiades, give me a that's gonna be a survival check to see if you can tell.
That is a 14.
Okay. You're pretty sure that the arrow did do something to him, but it did burst into flames when it hit all the fire. So
Okay.
it might have not have done all of the normal damage, but it did do some damage. So not a total loss, but at the same time, that arrow is gone. Forget it.
Yeah.
Do you
Scratch
have
that off.
any not wood arrows?
Yep.
Do you have any iron arrow?
Well, the head of the arrow is...
The head of the arrow's iron, but if
Yep.
the whole arrow's iron, then it sort of doesn't fly unless I'm carrying a whole ballista around.
I'm going to cast a 2nd level guiding bolt.
All right. Do it.
That is a 19.
That will hit.
All right, and the damage. 19 damage.
Jesus. The guy who was injured before or the other
Got
one?
it. I hit the first time.
All right. Blam. He shatters in a sparkling array of just fire blast and a little bit of charcoal. And his weapon clatters to the ground and stops flaming. And the other guy goes, huh. But it's not his turn yet. Argrax.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see, I got a couple of attacks I can do. Let's see. Maybe we just go with another Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it.
Uh, 7 plus 6 is 13.
Oh, that's just gonna miss. Unless Zolani wants to use that auto success for this
Or even a plus 5 in this thing would be enough.
that would be enough. Auto success from the Mabster. Blam.
All right.
Roll
And
that
Lonnie save that plus 5 for something else.
Or you could use that for damage.
Yeah, we'll add that into the damage. Okay, so Eldritch Blast. I need my. Where's the D10?
It's right here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, as he's working that out, Alcibiades, you got to roll.
I'm sort of going to jump out, and if the Eldritch Blast doesn't blam him, I'm going to run around and play target, as it were. Try and draw his attention to myself and basically try not to get burned while doing it.
Okay.
All right. 9 force.
9. All right. Blam. It knocks him back a little bit. Golly. What's he gonna do? Does he stay and fight one more round? He does. Not the brightest guard in the world. All right. Well, as Alcibiades seems to be running towards him, he is definitely going to shoot a blast of fire at him and absolutely misses with a 10. All right. He's actually, well, you know what? He can do both. He's going to start moving backwards into the tunnel at his movement. So he's fired the thing and he's like, I'm backing up, and using his movement to try to get out. Of course, you can see him because he's made of fire. You can still see him in the tunnel, but now he's 30 feet away. So he's at 130 feet from where you guys are standing. Of course, Alcibiades, you have used your movement to go forward, so you're still at 100 feet. Actually, you move faster than that, don't you? So you're technically 95 feet. So, right, Leonin have a 35?
Yeah, 35 feet.
Yeah, so there we go. As a dungeon master, I need to know these things. All right, Aguilar.
I'm going to double move.
All right. You're running. Argrax.
I'm going to move, and let's see, this time I will cast. All right, so this time we'll do Chill Touch.
Ooh, all right. Is that the range on that is 120?
I have 3 120-foot cantrips.
All right.
I just need to get Spell Sniper.
Yeah.
Right. That's not a happy face.
It bounced out of my dice tray and landed spots up. Doing.
Oh, and Sir David throws you down the auto success.
But it doesn't
Right.
matter.
Chill touch.
He can't auto success that.
No, oh, because it's saved?
Yeah,
What?
this is a crit fail.
It's a 1.
Oh, no. Oh, critical
You do that
fail.
on crit fails.
Oh. Bump, bump, it down. Ow. I just have, these are so good. These are so good. Wait, hang on. Boop. Yes, in the hall of the Patreon saints is not this time. Dun, dun. Oh no, action cam.
You broke
Oh no, the action cam died.
That means
All the mobs are
died.
dead and we don't have to fight anything.
Oh, we'll have to there we go. We'll have to get action cam back in just a sec, as I, of course, did not plug it in and the battery just died. So let me see. Where's the other? Hold, please.
Oh, speaking of,
We'll go.
that's about to die, and that's where my character sheet is. So I need to go get a charger real quick.
Well, you know what? It's been an hour, so let's take a quick break. Let's see if we can. Let's see. No fight, no XP. Well, I don't always do that. But let's take. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's finish up this battle, and we'll take a quick break. Let's see. You just missed. Oh, so it does have another go. Oh, guys. Oh, this is not good. Oh man. Oh, Argrax needs to. Was he gonna go this round? He's gonna need to. All right. Well, I guess There he is. So it's up to you to kill this guy this round, or it's not going to be good.
Oh, my owl can
Oh.
also make attacks as well too.
Oh, the owl?
Yeah, the
Oh.
owl can make attacks as well. He can fly in, swoop, and peck, claw, and make attacks.
But you have to sacrifice your action for that to happen.
He acts independent of me. As an action, I can dismiss the familiar. Your familiar acts independently of you, but it always obeys your command. In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Oh no! Wait, are we getting a raid? Oh, so let's see. How many in this raid?
Yep, Hopeful Wanderer is raiding with a party of 3.
All right. Well, guess what then? That means there are 3 more guards who just showed up because as we all know in Nat21 Adventures, if we get raided, that is exactly what happens. And I fitted in the storyline however it is. And yes, there are 3 other guards in the back who their guard, which you failed to kill, has alerted 3 more guards. So if you are in the comments there and you are in the raid, feel free to give a battle cry. Because here you go. You are now part of this attack, and you are what we have are low-level fire elementals that just look like human-sized fire carrying pole arms that also have fire on the ends. And our party was just trying to sneak in and failed to kill this 2 guards using some really good tactics, but oh well. So so there it is. Death. Allah, Ra. I. That's a good one. All right. Oh, an auto success for the DM. All right, so Alcibiades, it is still your go though. You're gonna try to
So I'm going to do my 35 movement in sort of a diagonal. It's still moving in towards it, but also out to one side, hopefully, as it were. I'm hoping this will make it somewhat more effective. This is a bonus action. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns, which my next ranged attack creates an explosion around it that deals D10 with a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Around 5 feet of where the arrow hits. So to hit with the arrow is, sorry, I have to scroll back to the correct page, is a 24.
All right, that's a total hit. Of course.
With 11 points of damage.
All right, and now wait, is that on the guy that you were attacking before, or is that the group
that
in the back?
is I'm actually going to shoot past the guy to the crowd to try and hit all 3 of the new guards.
All right.
With the Hail of Thorns. So they all get a dexterity saving throw.
And they all failed. A 2, a 6, and a 6. All right, so there you go.
So another 8 points of damage to the middle one, and the 2 side ones take 8.
Nice. Bam, bam. All right. And of course, what happens is you do that, and Aguilar and Argrax are like, "How did you miss that guy? He was standing right there." And then it goes a little further into the cave and hits the other 3 who are standing back there, and you're like, "Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, didn't mean that."
It was a Mulan moment of, you missed. How did you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you.
Right there.
Boom.
Oh. Now, while you have not killed them, however, that was pretty nasty, and it definitely did. Let's just say, yeah, they're not thrilled. Is that your total go there?
Yeah, that was Move, action, and bonus action.
All right, so the first guard feeling a little better about the fact that he's backed up now by 3 more of his fellows, just stops backing up and he starts coming back up to you and shoom, hurls that fireball at you. 13?
Nope.
No.
15 AC now.
Right past you. And but he's still charging for you. But now, actually, since you were moving in, you guys are actually going to be in melee next round. And the other 3 guys are, after taking that hit, they're like, what the? And they come out too. They're at not long range, but medium range. But they're all going to hurl their fire. Oh my gosh. A 1. This was a 16 and another 16. So those 2 are going to hit. So
there's an advantage tossed into DM.
Oh, I got an advantage?
Oh, no.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so that one cannot be changed, and the other 2 hit. So, a 1 damage, 1 plus 2.
Well, so one of the 2 hits might be a critical if you re-roll it.
Right. Oh, I
don't know why I'm helping you, but
I only rolled a 12, not a 21. So sadly, was not a crit. Fortunately, rolling crappy damage. So that's 3 and 5 damage. Pow! From 2 fire blasts, and there you are.
Who took that damage? Was that Alcibiades that got hit?
Oh yes, they just focused all on him because they saw the first guard chuck at him, and so they were like, oh, all right, I guess it's on. So they moved their 30 forward, and then all fired fireballs at him from their pole arms. All right, Aguilar and Argrax, you are at range. What do you do?
What distance are we? I did the double move.
All right, so you're actually up with Alcibiades.
How far am I currently then?
So then you're still 30 behind.
All right, so
okay. So that's fine because I just need a little bit of movement because I just need a 30-foot line because I'm about to breathe acid all over their fiery butts.
All right.
Because it's
acid
time
and fire. Do they mix? We'll find out.
Yeah. So it's been ages since I've used a breath attack. They need to make a Dex 12. It looks like the DC is for that.
All right. You'll be able to hit 2 of them. Sorry, 3 of them. The guy in the front who is closing with Alcibiades, and then 2 of the other guys, but the other guy is out of range of the 15-foot blank.
Yeah, this is a 5 by 30-foot line.
Oh, 5 by 30?
Yes.
How did I think it was?
It's 5 by 30. It's not a cone.
Oh, all right. Well, then there you go. How wide is that cone? 5 by 30.
5 foot.
It's a 5 foot by 30-foot line.
Well, you're
just one square, 30 feet out.
Yeah, you're still going to be able to get. You're still going to miss that one guy because he's not in that shot. But you can line it up with 3 of them. So, which hilariously, you can actually hit the other guy that I thought was out of range because he's behind them, but not the guy. I thought you were going to be able to hit this guy and the 2 others. Instead, you're actually hitting this guy, and that guy farther away. What's the DC?
Put disadvantage on save.
Oh.
DC is... it's a Dex 12.
All right. So 2 failed because of the disadvantage. The other one succeeded. So give me that damage.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So it is 2d6. That's 4 acid.
4. All right. So close. So close. They are definitely feeling it. And now they're definitely feeling like that was a really bad idea to come towards you guys instead of calling the alarm or the rest of the guards. But they thought they had you outnumbered. It was a good idea at the time, but now they are all about to explode.
They
So
about to
I'm gonna shuffle forward and shuffle my shoes to create friction in my shocking grass gloves. So it goes up into my arms, into my hand, and I reach out and touch somebody.
All right. Well, the one that is close to you with in melee range, I guess you're gonna grab him.
Yep.
They make a save, or you make it to hit?
No, it's a
You
touch
make it
attack.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 17.
17 definitely hits on the touch. Give me some damage.
So that is 6 lightning damage.
Oh, geez. All right. Blam. He explodes. If any one of my raiders wants to give a death yell, go for it. Oh, -5 to Aguilar. Oh, Blondie, are you subtracting that damage? I guess we already had it to hit, so the damage. All right. So that was, you did how much damage total?
It was 6 total, so it would bring.
So 1. All right. Aguilar, please make a saving throw.
What kind?
Because it's against fire.
What kind of saving throw? Dex?
Well, you are touching the fire thing, so
animal handling.
yeah. What kind of save would that be? Because you're not actually dodging it at all. You're just trying to resist it.
42? Con?
Sally drops a disadvantage,
Oh,
but
Sir
David
Dave throws the auto success.
Auto success.
Whew. All right.
Fighting within the Eldritch household.
So touching these fire guys, you actually take a d6 of damage, but since you made your save, you only take a mere 2. So you're like, ha ha, and then you're like, oh, I'm burning. Oh, burning. Oh, definitely, that's hot. Okay, but I gotta give him the damage. Okay, So you take a 2 damage on that one. So sadly, thanks to our Patreon saints, you took more damage on your attack than you gave. Womp, womp. And also didn't kill him. So although he cried out, "Ara, ha, 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 ha," he's still alive. All right.
Actually, wait, hang on.
Hmm?
Can I react to taking the damage?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to cast Absorb Element.
Okay, as a reaction.
As a reaction, it's a reaction spell. When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, it captures some of the incoming energy, lessening it. You have resistance to the triggering damage, so I take 1 damage instead of 2. But now
On
my
that
next
round?
attack, what's that?
It takes effect that round?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So
I'm
you,
gonna.
you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of the next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra d6 damage of the triggering type.
Right. So if he wasn't a fire elemental,
an extra d6 of damage on my next attack.
yeah, but it's fire damage, right? So
yeah, but if they're resistant, they're still going to take some.
yes. All right. Well, that's hilarious. I thought I'll have to look it up, but I thought it took effect the next round. Like you absorb it and you take the damage, but you absorb the power. But
then a spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect, storing it for your next melee attack.
Okay.
And you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn.
Oh, you have resistance starting your next turn. That's
until the start of your next turn.
Oh, until the start. Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, then he should have stuck his hand into my acid breath attack and picked up some acid power.
All right. Alcibiades. Oh, wait. Yeah. So it's you're in melee.
So can I do my movement to basically backpedal a bunch to get.
He gets an attack of opportunity if you step out.
That's okay. I don't want him to melt my sword. Well, potentially, break my sword.
Right.
I'm okay with losing the arrows, but
All right. So after he closes with you, you step back and he misses. Weaving his fiery polearm at you. Swoosh. All right.
And then I'm still I'm going to.
Sir Dave throws me an advantage. All right. He's all over the board. Oh no. So that was my better roll. I just rolled a 5. That was even worse than the roll before. So
just
still
remember, I've got 126,000 points available to spend on a Monday night game.
And then I'm going to shoot at the guy who just tried to swipe at me.
All right.
But I'm going to use my new sharpshooter feat to voluntarily take a -5 penalty to hit to try and do +10 damage.
Okay.
Hopefully this pays off. That's a 15 roll, so X is a 10 plus 7 is 17.
Pays off. You take the extra moment and 2.
Okay. So that because of that bonus 10, that's 21 points of damage.
Blam. All right. Well, he had few hit points left, and now he's dead. Oh man!
Well, now I'm
at 5.
So only 16.
Only
from
16.
The arrow.
And now the arrow still doesn't do full damage, but still does enough. Even though Sally throws down the -5 damage, that sharpshooter is like, maybe I'll go for that. Oh, actually, that wasn't actually an important part of his body, but still important enough that without it, that guy dies. So if you are in the raid, still give a death cry as you
the appendix.
Explode. And as lumps of charcoal break apart, the fire goes out. The fire.
I shot the fire elemental's appendix.
Yep. He didn't need that anyway. All right. So that means the guy is out of melee, but that does still mean that there are those 3 still alive somehow, and now only 30 feet away. They are going to, having seen Alcibiades destroy their friend, they're gonna all go for him, and they are pissed.
That's valid.
That's valid. Oh, dang!
Yeah,
all right.
but they're all coated with acid too, so they got to be careful.
They're a little mad. 16, 18, and 19.
Even with that extra +1, those all hit.
Yeah.
I can only do so much.
I know. I appreciate it.
Oh man, 3 fire blasts. Oh man, that's.
Hey, Owl, go find Twent and get him back here. We need the healing touch.
I got healing. I'm good.
I got healing.
I got you.
That's 3. Blam, blam, blam. That is going to be 4 damage, 6 damage, 9 damage.
And Sally has redeemed an advantage on points for the DM again.
All right, I'm going to roll my worst one and see if I get a Nat 21. Nope, I got a 2. Which, by the way, is right next to the 21. I just want you to know that. It was almost a 21. It went dink and rolled right over to the 2. So lucky you. But that was an awful lot of damage. As Argrax and Aguilar, you watch as your friend just pow, 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 takes 3 fire blasts to the chest. You stumble back a little bit. That's a lot of damage to take in one shot. And
Hey, not 146.
Yeah, it's not 146. That is true. Oh, and then Blondie throws me the 21 anyway. All right, so here's the thing. Which one of those 3 dice of damage that I rolled? So there's 3 different hits. So the 21 only goes to one of them. Was it the 4, the 7, or the 2? I've got 3 dice there, and I'm going to roll this d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I know it was 19 total. I think it was 4, 6, and 9.
Oh, yes, yeah, but the die rolls, because it's plus 2 each die. So it's a 4, a 6, and a 9 damage. The dice are 7, 4, and 2. So let's see what happens. Dump. The number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is the 6 damage, which is doubled now. So that is. So you took 4, 9,
25 total.
and 12. Stumbling you backwards even further. I'm actually going to make you, since that was a crit, you're going to need to give me a Constitution save. Otherwise, you get knocked to the ground.
I think I actually get blasted back a few feet because that's a 1.
Oh, jeez. Oh, all right. Bam! And you definitely get hurled back. Thump, thump, thump. And
Magnus is giving you minus 10 damage.
all right. Well, minus 10 damage, but I'm going to say that the effects are the same, aside from less damage. But yeah, in order to take that less damage, you did need to actually kind of like roll away.
Ragdoll physics.
Bip, bip, and you absolutely got blasted to the ground 5 feet back from where you were standing. Still harsh. Very harsh. All right. Well, that was their go. And it's back to Aguilar and Argrax.
So, how far is Alcibiades behind you?
He was actually in front of you, but now he's actually right at your feet, honestly.
All right. I pull a needle.
It's going great, guys.
And I jam it in his chest using my Artificer Cure Light Wound spell.
Oh, the FPS healing logic. Just
Yeah.
stab him with a needle that you found.
It's one of my cleric spells, but I'm doing my Artificer.
Like,
So you get back
good EpiPen of sorts. You're just like,
10 hit points.
10, you said?
You get back 10.
And of course, you have to give the verbal spell component, which is "Don't you die on me!"
Get up! Don't you die on me!
It's going great, guys. I'm just gonna lay here for a bit. You guys got this.
All right, Argrax.
Okay, so let's see. How far away are the last 2 guys from me right now?
They're only 30 feet.
They're 30 feet. All right. So, all right. I'm going to move forward, because I want Aguilar and Alcibiades to be farther than 10 feet away from me, but me be within 10 feet of them.
Okay.
Because reasons.
All right. You leap over the cat, and as Aguilar is giving his dramatic death scene version, and like holding him in his arms, "Don't you die on
Literally at
me!"
the same time, I'm ducking down to hit him in the chest with the leads.
Right. I want someone to draw that. I really do. I want someone to like
Just be like the needle coming down,
leaping over
Argrax
them.
leaping over,
Yeah.
and Alcibiades is just sort of laying there like, "Nope, I'm good."
Actually, I'm digging that. Yeah. Can we get that, please, somebody?
Yeah.
We need somebody.
You
to
know,
throw.
that's awesome. You know, especially this is the first time the AAA founders have been together in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a big like AAA in the background.
One of the fire elementals exploding off in the background. You have to have an explosion in the background.
Right.
All right. So,
Oh, this wouldn't have been so bad if the raid hadn't happened. Oh man.
all right. So I am going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Nice.
You invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic and can't take reactions until it's next. Successful is half damage.
And what's the DC?
14 on strength.
Oh, they all failed. 6, a 7, and a total of 13. Not good enough.
Okay.
Definitely want to see this picture now.
Yeah, you want to do, tentacles and whatnot? Well, I got energy tendrils.
That's right. Which are kind of like tentacles. Just going to say.
Yeah. All right, so this is
Tentacles with extra tentacles on the end.
How many dice? Because they don't have that many hit points left.
It's 2d6 necrotic.
All right, if you don't roll 2 1s, you will destroy them.
Well, there's 1 1.
Oh, God, come on.
And a 4.
Okay.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Jeez.
Dude,
Unless
you're
someone
already
ends
not
up putting a
dead. You're not
-5
dead.
in chat.
I mean, this is the beautiful, like, that moment where you're like, no. And as you see your fallen friend, you just leap over. No.
And, black dragonborn with dark energy coming out around it, like one hell of a freakish aura.
Yeah.
Almost
All
to
right.
the point where, they might almost need to make, a sanity check.
They did, and then they exploded. So,
Their head explode.
bow.
All right, so that's-
All right. If anyone wants to give a death cry for all of these charcoal little elementals, as they just burst apart as the tendrils squeeze them, and their heads shoot off the tops. Pow, pow, pow. All right.
Can I examine the weapons that they dropped?
The weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're actually still quite hot. They're still like, 700 degrees. So you can examine with your eyes, not your hands, or you get some really thick gloves.
Can I try to figure out how they work?
You could try. Well, hey, tell you what, we are at an hour and a half in. Let's take just a quick couple minutes break here, a little bio break, and I'm gonna throw up this little video here of our little thing. Just a few minutes, everybody. Stick with us, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes as they clean up after this battle and head into the cave. There we go. We'll see you in just a bit.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
You've got no map for showing which direction you are going,
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
and once you recognize
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggly-dum-de-too-la-terrio-dee, dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before? Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
All righty. And there we are.
Here we be.
Dun, dun. For those of you who are just watching, that was Two Bard Party, and they are awesome friends of ours who let me use that music all the time. And and you can find actually Arthur Rowan, who will be Thursday night. That's tomorrow night. We'll be playing Gothic Horror Gaming with us tomorrow night on this same channel, right? So you can actually watch him in action. I don't know if you caught the his I know Reverend Tommy was there for the haiku wrap up, where he joined us for some haikus and then gave us a limerick at the end. It was fantastic. It was awesome. So here we are in the mouth of the cave. You've grabbed one of those weapons, which is no longer flaming, by the way. So it just seems to be a large metal pole with a blade on the end. It's decorative. It's nice. It's fancy, but not the greatest thing you've ever seen. And that's right. It's the Cormac Limerick Show. Yes. All right. So anyone you can walk away from. Yep. All right. So you're inside this lava-built cave. This cave seems to be, it was once a lava tunnel, but now it is clearly an empty lava tunnel. Not at the foot of the mountain, but this is clearly the mountain itself, or the volcano itself, clearly has several places where eruptions had once been. And so this is clearly one of those spots where there is a crater, and near that crater is this cave.
Is there light in the cave, or
not here? No. Clearly, whatever those creatures were didn't need any light because, well, they provide their own light. So
I'm gonna reach into my pouch and pull out a coconut flashlight helmet and put it on my head.
All right.
Dancing light.
Yep. And since we all know Dragonborns don't see in the dark, I'm going to pull out my, Atlantean magic glowing lamp.
Right.
Am I the only one with dark vision?
Yep.
Apparently. Okay.
My owl has dark vision.
Ooh, you know what? When you pull that lamp out, Arcrax, you feel movement in the walls of the cave. And you're like, and you feel from out of the wall comes, well, I mean, I don't want to say Atlantean, but I mean, probably some sort of Atlantean spirit. It just comes out of the wall and looks at you. You all see it, but you felt it like tug on the on your lantern, and it was like, what? And just a spirit, a disembodied body figure, wearing a long, tall helmet with spikes in it, which you three have begun to recognize the stylistic art of the Atlanteans. I mean, if they're really Atlanteans. And
I mean, we are starting to become somewhat of the expert on Atlantean stuff.
Yeah,
with our adventures.
It does seem to match your lantern. Just the whole style, the shapes, the obviously the artistic director here was fantastic because just matched it up perfectly. It was great. So clearly, you hold up the fire pole arm, it's totally different style, different. It's like clear. It's clear. It's very clear. Good artistic choices were made. Anyway, it moves towards you, and as ghosts are wont to be, not entirely solid looking, this particular ghost looks even less solid. Like, if it was a ghost, it looks like it's been like it got thrown in the washer a few times, thrown down some stairs. It's like more see-through in parts than others.
It's a holy ghost.
It's a holy ghost, yes.
Oh.
But it seems drawn to the yes. I'm actually going to give you 10 XP for that. I'm just going to give you 10 XP for that. That's it was so bad that it went around full circle to all right. That was pretty good. Because I didn't say it first. That's why I'm giving you XP. Right. Holy rusted metal. Anyway, so it doesn't seem to be looking at you. It seems to be drawn to the Atlantean artifact that you have. And
Quick, give it the lantern. Maybe it'll go away.
And it only as it's like just floating towards you, and you're all kind of like, only when it almost gets to you does it even acknowledge that you three are standing there, and it kind of like,
Hello.
Hello.
Can we help you?
Are you real?
What is real?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a really deep question. No.
I am alive.
I really want to know what you want.
He looks absolutely confused, and he just continues to look at you and look at the artifact with outstretched hands, like he just wants to take it from you. Can you help us?
In what way?
My brothers are imprisoned. I can.
Imprisoned where?
In the mountain.
Right now, we're going there anyway, so you might as well.
I mean, why not?
He does. He just like seems so confused because he just keeps looking at your artifact, and he just,
Will that help us do that?
Can you what?
Will that help us save them and free them? The thing you're trying to grab right now?
I I don't know, but I believe any artifacts and anything that we are related to might help in some way. I am drawn to this. And he like keeps trying to touch it and actually can't. His hand goes through it. But it seems to affect it slightly, as if like 90% of it, 95% of it doesn't actually affect it, but something you can feel like his hand brushes it and makes him a little bit more real. He's still just a ghost, but somehow you feel like the connection between the object, which was around when it was around, and it brings him a little bit more together. And perhaps can we help each other?
Do you want to hold the lantern?
Yeah, we can help each other. I am all for helping each other. You look like you need help, friend.
We all need help. All the Atlanteans. We are many of us are being held in a prison. I've never seen it before, but it holds our spirits. I've been dead for millennia. I only escaped because I was used. They used my soul to power some machinery, and all that's left is just a little bit. I've been trying to help free my friends, but it's no avail. Yes?
Can you take us to this machinery?
Well, sort of. Can you go through rock?
No.
Not exactly.
See, no go through material.
Oh, okay.
We have to take the long way.
I mean, we can. We just need pickaxes, and it would take a while.
There is another place. Perhaps I can take you there. Do you need power?
Sure.
Yes.
There
That's a loaded question.
is another power source here at work. This is not powered by Atlantean spirits. It's powered by some other
device.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, you take us there.
Very well.
You guys didn't want to go to the volcano.
If I aid you, can I perhaps try to hold that Atlantean work?
I mean, Argus, we could have him carry the lantern. That way you have both your hands free for casting and whatnot.
I hold.
He tries to take it and still doesn't actually have any. He's like, no, yeah. He's trying so hard. Oh my God! He actually did roll a Nat21.
Nice.
He like picks it up and it lifts up out of your hands, and he's like, I have it, and then it falls through his hands like, but he does. You can see he is slightly more solidly ghost now, and there is definitely less light coming out of that little lantern. He seems to have absorbed most of the magic, and he's like, oh, 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 hey. He looks all of you up and down. I can't remember actually if any of you does anybody still have that Atlantean bottle of wine or bottle of liquor, or was that Puent who had that?
When did we get it? Because if it was wine, then Eliza might be holding.
Oh, maybe Eliza.
Puent has it.
Puent has it. Yes. Okay. All right. Just making sure. I just wanted to check. I was like, I'm pretty sure somebody else has it. I don't think the three of you do. But so he looks you up and down, and he's like, "Oh, you have many other Atlantean things, but nothing that I can draw power from."
Do we still have the Atlantean coins?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. You had a few of them. Yeah, but they're not magical.
Darn.
We sold all the other Atlantean loot when we left you behind at the pub when you got sick with that hairball. Which reminds me, I've got a bunch of gold for you.
I will take you to their other room of power. If you can help us, if you can help free us, we will aid you in any way that we can. We must destroy that vile fire demon.
Wait, demon?
Oh, yes.
You hadn't mentioned anything about a demon before. You said
yes.
Machine. Machines are easier to break than demons are.
The demon comes next. There's no way that you'll be able to destroy the demon without removing these sources of power. And if you can free us, we will certainly help you because it still holds a portal open to the plane of fire. That I know. This guy is way more lucid now that he's absorbed the magic out of your Atlantean flashlight there. He's definitely
like hold of that.
Yes. This creature has an opening to the plane of fire, even though we switched planes, which I'm still at a loss to figure out how that happened. But we were apparently on the plane. Was that?
Yeah, we don't know nothing about what's happening here either.
No idea. Says, but I will take you to this other room. We must break the power away from him, or you stand no chance of defeating him. Must be broken off one piece at a time, and then you can strike for his heart.
Let's go break pieces.
What's that?
Let's go break some pieces.
Yes.
Whoa.
Break pieces off to give to you.
Okay,
is that better?
I like that better. I would rather them not be broken. I could shut them off.
I must warn you.
We will give you pieces. I make no guarantee on the state and condition that they will be in.
All right, I can settle with it.
You can just put them back together later.
I can take you to the room. However, there are creatures there that will defend it. More fire demons, I'm sure. But if you're ready, let's go.
What the heck?
Since we're at this quick pause, Alcibiades, how are you feeling? You got knocked on your tail pretty good.
Do we want to take a short rest?
I mean,
I'm a warlock.
It wouldn't be bad to take a short rest. But on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'm at about a 7.
Well,
I'm
I've
about
used a lot of
3/4
short
health.
rest. I've used a lot of short rest abilities, and maybe a short rest with the magic lamp will help the ghost absorb a little bit more juice.
Very
That's a good
well.
point.
I know a room that we can get to that is not usually occupied. And he floats down the hall. There's some of these, some side passages that have been carved out of these rocks, and heart and soul. And he does take you around to one particular room that's been carved away from the pumice stone, easily carved out, and it's just like a little side passage, a little side room. Used to have some, I don't know, some materials in it, but mostly empty. I believe we'll be safe here for a little while. I'll stand guard because I don't have anything else to do. So, so short resting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. I am noting the time. So I'm sure all of it's going to come together at one foul swoop.
One Tuesday or another, it'll all line up.
The stars will align, and
There is a pottery wheel. Just because you asked. And no, it's a different movie. Have always loved you. All right. Short rest. Boom. You save up. You ready to roll? Anything need to? Nope. All right.
Nope.
Ooh, golly. My guy needs a spinning wheel. A stone spinning wheel to spin gold into more gold. Because that's a fire plane. They don't really have any hay there. So, anyway, just
gold into thinner gold wire.
That's right. They would actually need that. Right. So, the spirit takes you down a few different pathways.
There we go.
You avoid another set of guards who are clearly like perhaps maybe that same group that was patrolling outside found all the piles of charcoal and the weapons lying around. So maybe they know something's up, but not yet. And the spirit finally says, down that passageway, you will find the room. The engine is there. It's connected with many wire tubes. I don't know what to call them. And
Conduits.
sends energy to several different places. I believe that is one of the things that holds the portal open. What?
Just because to know if it is open, I'm gonna do my Horizon Walker ability to detect portal.
Okay.
Which tells me the direction and distance of the closest portal within a mile.
All right, you are definitely within a mile of the portal and does it tell you what kind? Or where
Just
it goes?
detect distance and direction of the closest planar portal.
Right. So you're definitely within a mile, and it would be, if your sense of direction is more or less accurate, you do feel like it's like the center of the lava pit is possibly a portal to the plane of fire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there we go. Bam. Since it's ghost powered, it's probably actually Ethernet. Well, down. Ethereal net.
That's good.
Ethereal net. All right, so there you are. There it is, a passageway, and it goes forward. There is definitely some light coming from it, some green and yellow lights. It kind of, because it is a natural cavern of lava tube, it does have a little curve to it. So all you can see is the light coming from around the corner, the edge. It's still probably 40 feet to that room, which is not too far, but and you definitely hear a whirring and conjunking of machinery.
I'm walking faster and faster as the sounds get louder and louder.
And I'm gonna sort of go. Hang on, wait. I know you're excited for the machines, but we got to be smart about this.
I am smart. I know machines.
Not their strong suits.
I do machines.
Yeah, but we still got to worry about the people who are in there working on machines and are going to get mad if you take all their machines.
Are they going to get mad if I try to make it better?
Probably.
I send the owl scooting ahead to try to figure out what's ahead before Aguilar walks us into it's a trap.
Yeah, we already visited the elemental plane of water and the underdim. We don't need to go to the elemental plane of fire.
Yeah, and you're definitely not going to make it if you go through that portal because it is lava.
Yeah, we already missed, an amazing Halloween party because of the last portal you dragged us into.
I don't know what you're talking about. I fell. I tripped. I couldn't help it.
Argrax and Aguilar side eye.
The owl moves forward. The owl is going to fly into the room or walk into the room.
It can fly, I guess. It's going to be, smart and cautious. It's owl. Owl is wise.
All right. Well,
owl is small.
So the owl goes around the corner and can now see the room and definitely sees that there is a large fiery creature that is.
Yeah, he did say scoot.
Manning this machine, or it just appears to be just looking at it, just seeing if everything's, it's in the center of the room. The room is lit. The owl is. You're looking through the owl's eyes, and he kind of goes off. The owl doesn't see. The owl's only looking through the archway of the room.
Owl has 120-foot dark vision.
Right. So the owl does see on the far side of that room. Doorway, those wires, cables, large statues.
Listen, that's not ethereal net cable. That's USG. Universal Serial Ghost.
There you go. And
Universal Serial Ghost.
But there, the owl. Can you hear through the owl or no? Just
yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the owl, with his amazing hearing, can definitely tell that off to the left side there is some machinery sounds, whirring, ka-chunking, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Conjuncting, like the Great Conjunction.
Conjunction.
Off to the left, which is the direction that big guy just went. But do you want the owl to go in further?
Yes. Going up and above to stay out of line of sight.
So, the owl is going to try to find a spot to hide.
My owl does have a bonus on stealth as well.
Yep. And all right, not so bad. What's the bonus?
I did. I get the +3 for stealth rolls.
All right.
Roll.
The owl managed to get inside and find an actual nice little spot. It actually flies over and lands on top of that, whatever that is. It looks like some sort of mechanical octopus.
Oh, hey, look, it's got tentacles.
I just saw Aguilar's eyes get huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Wow.
So in that rest of
No
that room,
USBs running to this octopus, so it has no power right now.
right, it's just sitting there. All right. So,
And of course, they don't know what's there yet.
no, you're just seeing all of this.
Yeah.
So, right. So, going clockwise from noon, I guess, from the top there, big doorway. And then there's two very large statues, question mark. At 3 o'clock, the owl is kind of trying to fit into that little spot on that whatever octopus, question mark. It does have 8 legs. Bronze octopus. And then column, and then over here, there are 2 of those fire creatures who are working on this thing, and that it's clearly powered by this power source. Now, this power source has 2 like glass globes inside of it that are connected with wavy glass tubes. There are some other pieces as well to it. You can't quite understand the whole thing, but there is a piston that is moving, and inside one globe is something fiery, and on the other globe is something watery, and perhaps maybe steam is moving back and forth and is moving this piston and creating energy? No one knows. That's in the center of the room. Off to the other side are 2 more statues, and then this guy who walks into this room. What do you do?
All right. So as I am absorbing this info from the owl, I am describing what I am seeing to Aguilar and Alcibiades.
All right.
Do you leave anything out of what you're describing? That's a very important question.
I will say that what he said is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh boy. Here we go.
You know, so there are 2 fire things that are immediately into the left-hand corner from the entrance that we are about to come up across.
Is there anybody in there?
There was a big guy. He just walked out what looks to be into some other room. But there's those.
Do you just run in?
I don't run in, but I start walking.
Oh, okay. You're 40 feet out of that room. So if you just take a regular movement, that's 30. So you're still 10.
Yeah.
And hot and steamy Hexor. Maybe this is where he got the idea. Just saying. All right. So so Aguilar just starts walking up. What do you do?
Said nobody's in the room, so I'm.
All
There's
right.
no fire things in the room.
So, Argrax, Alcibiades, what do you do as he just walks?
Well, I
Okay.
guess we'll have to keep
I know
backing him
he's.
up.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're gonna be backing up Aguilar because he run off on his own. Next thing you know, he gets captured by somebody. We gotta go
Run
find
off.
him.
I'm still ahead of you. I'm still right here. I'm just walking. You said nobody was in the room.
But now, are you saying this now? You're 30
I'm
feet away
saying that
from
as
each
I'm
other.
walking.
Okay. As you turn around, like, what? You said no one's there. And you're like, shush, 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 shush. Shush. And the owl just really, like, oh, really did all the stealth maneuvering.
The owl big palms.
Beak wing.
Yeah, beak wings.
Right? Facepalm, beak wing, right? All right, so you walk in the room, and Aguilar, these are two actual. Those are those two fire guys who are a little surprised that you're here, and they're looking at you as if to say, "Golly, you sure were loud coming here," and now they are not armed. They were working at the table, and they see you, and they're like,
Oh God!
Oh no!
Not this again.
the one closer to here turns and lets out a and like a fire kind of erupts from his head, and as he shouts down this little passageway. Yeah. What do you do?
Magic stone. I'm hitting the one that yelled.
All right. You'll have to step a little closer and go for it.
All right, that is a. Wow, that's pretty good actually. 23
that does hit.
for 5 damage.
All right, and you're with the stones.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
magic stone.
All right. The blast of fire erupts out of him, and he's like, "Oh!" and reaches around to the table and grabs like a it looks like a bottle, and he wings it at you. 17?
17 hits. Actually, wait, no, it's not gonna hit because I'm gonna cast another spell.
Because you're gonna do what?
Because I'm gonna cast a spell as a reaction to being hit.
Before it hits you? You can do that?
Yeah, shield.
Oh. All right.
Which increases my armor class by 5, so it now misses.
Wow, as a reaction. All right.
Yep.
It hits and explodes. Blue flame as the bottle breaks across the shield. What does shield actually, what's it give you?
It gives me +5 to my armor class, which makes me a 21 right now.
Gotcha. All right. Well, give me a. Ooh, well. I'm gonna say that. How long does that shield last?
Until the start of my next turn.
All right. You throw it up there. Well, I guess you're too busy casting shield to kind of really get a good look at it. You cast a shield. Boom! It explodes in what would have probably been a 10-foot radius, but it just goes off the shield, and the other guy's like, Yeah. Well, nope. The other guy does have a good reaction time, so he also grabs a bottle, and that's gonna be at what's your armor class?
21.
Oh, yeah. All right. Once again, and it blows up against the shield. That's when you notice that there are several of these potion bottles on these tables.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And yeah, and whatever this, yeah, you don't really know exactly what's happening here, but there must be some sort of processing, something happening. Yeah. So, Argrax and Alcibiades, you see some explosions happen. You see him throw up that shield. What are you gonna do?
Like, oh, here we go again. I'll step into the room.
All right. Oh, sorry, that's you.
I will turn to face them, and
The table! The table! The table!
I will take a deep breath and acid breath. 5-foot line, them and the table, all in that area.
I believe you could actually do that. Oh, yeah, because you can hit them and the far table. You'll kind of miss that. Let's see. You will need to be here to hit them both. 5 foot. Yeah, you'll actually easily hit that far table that has much of the machinery on it as well. So, yeah.
Because, we know that acid breath, really gets, the wild magic table started off, as a result of me being the cause of, winter blast and someone getting turned into a potted plant again at the potion shop. So, acid breath.
All right. Oh my God! Wow. All right. So one made a natural 21 on the save. The other one made it 2. So basically, I think the front guy is going to get hit. The guy behind him basically uses him as a fiery human shield, and then okay. And then he's gonna dive. But which table does he dive under? 1 to 5 is gonna be that one. 6 to 10, that one. 7. All right, so he dives underneath this table to get out of the way. Swoosh. However, acid breath onto the machinery on the table.
And we've got 8 acid damage for everything that's being hit. Half damage to the guy who saves.
All right. The machinery made a saving throw of 2, which means that the machinery is about to go bye-bye. Oh. I'm serious. I cannot even... I rolled a 1 for the table.
Ooh.
The table absolutely... You acid breath the table in half. And then it explodes because of all of the things in the machinery and on the table. Yeah.
So anything standing in that immediate corner is about to not be feeling so good?
Yeah. And then the explosion is going to hit the other table, which then will probably also explode. And 10-foot radius, you are literally okay. So your miniature is like 2 feet into the square that would be the 10-foot radius. But here's the thing: if that entire table is going up, I mean, that entire I'm gonna say you're in it because I mean, that's a lot of explosion. So meanwhile,
shop all over again.
Boom, 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 boom. Everything over here just explodes. And then you just... Argrax, you just see that one potion bottle, like, slowly flying across. And you're like, it didn't break. and then it like lands on the other table, and then like dink, it just knocks over one of the other potions, and then that one shards of glass, blue flame. You're like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, give me a dexterity saving throw there.
I thought we wanted this stuff intact.
Oh, I'm going into the octopus.
Dexterity. All right, let's see here. We will take this die. This currently has a 21 facing up. All right. You know how it works, viewers. Get that pause going for bonuses to come in for me just in case. And
You got a nat 21.
Nat 21 from Magnus.
Woo!
Thank you, my friend.
All right. You roll just out of range and onto the ground. I'm even going to say that you managed to grab your buddy there, and as the shards of glass shoot over his head,
Some of them hit the shield.
Someone also needs to draw a fan art of this too. Just we walk into the room and Agmar, boom.
now, of course, if you so Alcibiades, what you got? As you were standing there in the doorway, you're like, you see them go in, you see bad stuff happen, and then you see him breathe, and then you're like, I mean, you feel the heat of that blast, just. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to interpret Argrax's explosion as, oh, we're breaking this machine now. And I'm going to pull out an arrow, and that center steam thing, you said it's the two glass orbs.
Yes.
I want to, if I can, I can't exactly tell what angle it is here. Can I try and shoot through both of those glass orbs to break them, or can I only hit one?
Nah, you could only hit one because they are
okay.
On the side.
I couldn't exactly tell the angle, so I'm going to try and.
So, what you can see: two glass orbs and a connector. So, I mean, there.
Well, so I'm going to be aiming for the water one, because if all the water goes out, the fire goes through. That'll hopefully, possibly cause a chain reaction, maybe.
There you go. Right.
So I'm going to try and break this center machine with a surprisingly a nat 20, because I couldn't find my nat 21 die in time.
So an actual nat 21.
Yep.
All right.
To try to hit a unmoving glass orb.
So if he got the nat 20, he should totally be able to Robin Hood 2 arrows, rip one of the feathers off it again, and shoot. Right?
No. I did not take the multi-shot feat.
It doesn't work that way. All right, so you actually take that shot, and it drills right in. Please roll the damage.
That is this die.
Potion shot.
7.
All right, so that's
7 points of damage.
14 points of damage total. All right, it gets a save. Woo. All right. Arrow hits it dead square, and you see it definitely start. It has a crack right across it, and that's when you see whatever's inside of it, the water stuff, like it there's 2 eyeballs, and it like you can see the eyeballs looking at the crack, like you're like, huh?
Oh, okay.
All right, so The creature that had walked out of the door earlier, walked out of the room earlier, has now turned around because hearing this giant explosion, and comes running back in, yelling something about what the hell just happened. And
Your machine broke. We have a repairman here for you.
Yeah, I make it better.
There's a containment leak on cell level 7.
Big reactor week. No, you don't have to come down here. Everything's fine. How are you?
I can make it better.
All right. So he comes in looking around, trying to see what's going on. Gets a natural 1 on his perception to figure out what is going on, and just stands there stunned.
In the acid fire corner.
Yeah. What? So he just doesn't understand what's happening.
I mean, it is a lot to take in.
It's a bit to take in. Everything that was just there is now gone. Aguilar.
It's Jar Jar Boys.
Do I notice the eyes in that orb?
Nope, you're on the ground.
All right.
That's bad.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to cast. I'm going to do another magic stone, except this time I'm going to do it at the guy who just came in.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
Surprisingly, yeah. This guy is not really a combat guy, so he's just standing there, big. You golly.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say, no, you weren't there. Okay, yeah, nope. You would have never seen anything like this guy, but he does look pretty much like this miniature Raicha. So he is red-skinned. He is that big, and he does look like he kind of belongs in a volcano. Just FYI. So
he takes 7 points of damage from my magic stone.
All right. All right. Blam. Well, now he's what? Argrax.
All right, I am going to get up and dust myself off as well.
Just killed the intern. Yeah.
He was only 30 years from retirement.
That's right.
Let's see here. We are going to... We will, yes. We will toll the dead.
Oh, all right.
He needs to make a wisdom save. Target's 14.
Oh, he made it. Just barely, though, because he does not have a lot of wisdom, but he rolled a 15.
Now, quick question here. Argrax said just some guy had given me a +5 on my next attack. Since that wasn't an attack roll, can that be reversed for his save?
-5 on the save, sure. Let's do that.
Which will give him the fail.
That would.
And since the target is missing from its hit point now, instead of taking D8, it'll take D12 necrotic.
Nicely done.
As soon as there we go, that's a 12. All right, so it is going to be max roll 12 necrotic damage.
Ouch. Yeah, he's a little pissed, and that light bruise that Aguilar had given him now just turns black and just spreads out. He's like, oh, Alcibiades.
So I'm going to do first. I'm going to do my bonus action, which is Planar Warrior. He's within 30 feet of me, so I'm going to designate him as a target, and
He's
that
already
is
made it a target.
that does not actually take. Okay, yeah, that does not actually take a bonus action, so I'm also going to take a -5 to my hit to do the +10 damage.
Okay.
So a 19 plus, so 14, 21 to hit
Dang. All right.
with that and that. So 10, 11, 14, 24 points total
All right.
from an arrow.
He's like, "Gah!" All right, now he's pissed. He breaks off a chunk of the flaming, burning table, and well, let's see. Seeing as, oh gosh, you're all really nice targets because, yeah, he's going for the Dragonborn. He did not like getting that necrotic damage. He rips it off. And tries to smash you extremely hard. Oh, that's going to be a 24 on that one. I'm assuming that hits.
I have an armor class of 12 right now.
I'm
wearing. I got a leather vest on. You know.
So that moment that's like, you just watched him stand there and just go, what? And then like blam, 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 blam. And he's like, arr! Just rips a chunk of the table and just comes at you and just smashes, downswing smash. Holy moly. 10, that's 16. Oh, what did Zolani do?
Disadvantage to you.
What's that?
Disadvantage to the DM.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. 12 armor class, huh? Oh, Zolani saved the day as I roll a 5. That is not going to reach, even with his bonus to strength, is not going to reach a 12 armor class. Just shy, though, but still not going to be there.
So he smashes, but smashing with a table like that's burned, it just sort of disintegrates. Wood and fire don't exactly mix.
Here's the funny thing. Okay. He swings it down, smashing the ground. You hear the shatter of some more glass. Argrax, you definitely see a unshattered small bottle right next to him, which he just missed. And you're like, as you ducked out of the way and then look down as he smashes onto the ground, and you're like, oh, it's a full bottle right there, right next to him on the ground. He lets out a yell, and no, that was too many actions for it because creating the item, creating the weapon, and then smashing. That's his move. So it's back up to Aguilar.
Do I notice either the eyes or the bottle yet?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 18.
Oh, all right. You sense you're probably more focused on the big guy that you just attacked and also his attack. Yes, you do see the bottle on the ground. That is unbroken. And in the shattered glass, you might see a couple more, actually, that may or may not be full, but there's definitely one that did not break in all of that explosion.
How close to us is the one that's under him?
Oh, I mean, you're 5 feet away.
How close is our grass?
If you blew it up, everyone would be in range.
Okay.
You're pretty
I'm
sure.
just going to to magic stone him again.
All right.
You really want him to be stoned.
Do I see the eyes? Perception check. That's right.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh,
So that is. Oh, I'm doing it in D&D Beyond, so it's already doing the extra damage for me. So it's a total of 14 damage.
All right. And all right, 20, 34, 36, 40. And how many say 14?
No, that was it was already 14 doubled.
Oh, right. All right. No, my pen. Your pen. All right, you knock him backwards once again. He is even more mad. All right.
I'm gonna start walking, backtracking toward
Okay.
the octopus machine thing.
Oh.
plus 5 damage is being added in now.
Oh, which is comes out to a 10. That is 56. That is so close. I was like, you're probably 2 attacks. Nope, now you're 1 attack. Now you're actually 1 very tiny attack away.
Ooh,
But I'm
it's
gonna
my turn.
move.
And
Someone else just redeemed a
did
plus
Sally
5.
just throw down some more damage?
Plus
Oh.
5 damage from Sally with points.
All right. Well, much like David versus Goliath, you crack him
It goes
right in
through
the
his
skull
soul
with the
like a
stone,
bullet.
which did a total, mind you, of that would be what 34 damage, right?
From a cantrip.
Squarely nailing him in the head, embedding that rock into its forehead, and it falls over. And just because I'm silly, falls over and actually hits the bottle as it.
Of course.
Oh,
Push
gosh,
and shop all over again.
Keep that bottle up.
I was moving towards I took the shot and moved.
Yeah.
Everybody
Moving
hit the
toward
dirt.
Now this is the saving throw for the bottle to see if it breaks. Let's see what we got here. No, it did not break. So I rolled a 17 for it to, is it going to hit? Is it going to land on the bottle? Yes. Does it break? Saving throw says no, it does not break. But now it's like a guy on a landmine that has not exploded yet. You're like, ruh-roh. Because he's definitely on top of it. Is it gonna break?
Let's hope he doesn't weigh a lot.
He's a giant. He weighs a bit.
Well, now it's just dead
Okay.
weight.
All right, what do you do?
Stepping back.
Stepping back. Good idea. Well,
Yeah, and call out, hey Aguilar, there's a water elemental in that center thing. You want to see if you can get it out of there? I already cracked it.
I'm gonna fix this octopus first. I want to make it better.
Yep, the water elemental could probably help you with that.
Stand by. Mab is critting the bottle under the giant.
To break it.
all right.
So there you go, Paul. Mab came through for you.
Explosion.
Now, how much of that explosion is muffled by his body?
Quite a bit, actually.
He is a giant.
However, Argrax and Alcibiades are both going to have to make a saving throw. It won't be much damage, but mostly shards of glass into the legs, if anything. Give me those saves. Oh no!
It won't be much damage. Rolls a 1.
Yeah. Dexterity, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That's an 8.
Oh gosh. Okay. So you like try to get out of the way of it falling, which only exasperates the problem because now you're down lower, and even though it like it lands on it, smashing the thing, it kind of lifts up a little bit, and then the flames and the shards of glass shoot out. Alcibiades, you take 10 damage as you had lowered yourself down and just got it right in the face. And Argrax, you take 5. The giant's final revenge on on dying.
All right.
So I'm gonna go over and try to see what this octopus machine is about.
All right. Well, over there you can see that it is definitely a one-person, like a submersible that you would get inside and control. Definitely has a cockpit, and as far it's got like a little lid. You look inside. All right, there. Yeah, right there it is.
Can I figure out how to operate it?
It might take you a little while, but you might be able to figure out maybe how to move it.
Ask our friend.
Who?
The Holy
Atlantean.
Ghost.
The Atlantean. He also goes, oh, by the way, that I don't know if you want to break that machine just yet. There's a fire elemental and a water elemental in there that have been in there for quite some time. They might not be thrilled.
What if we break it and watch them fight?
Wait. Let's talk to the element, and maybe we can reason with it.
Or Elemental Fight Club.
Well, Alcibiades, if you get closer to it, you do notice that they are actually the tubes inside of them, inside of the thing, actually are. They seem to be like shooting energy back, fire energy and water energy at each other, and it kind of that is actually what is driving this machine, and you're kind of like, as you see the energy going back and forth, the fire and the water shooting back and forth between the tubes that are in there, and you're like, oh, huh.
I walk up to the water elemental one, and I go, can you understand what we're saying? Somebody looking right at it.
You don't really see those eyeballs anymore, but it does not seem to hear you or react to you.
I tap on the glass gently.
You're not supposed to tap on the glass. So you tap on the glass, and you can see it kind of eyes you for a second.
Do you want out?
It does not respond. Damn die rolling. So while that's going on, Argrax, what are you doing?
Is there any writing around? Because I can read all writing. So if there's any writing, I can read and understand what stuff is. If there's any identifying writing.
Well, there's on these hoses there are there's some writing, but basically it's like insert here, turn left. It's like instructional how to connect. There's a lot of danger. Do not touch. Moving parts, all that sort of stuff. There does seem to be magical inscriptions, all of containment, all over this machine.
Okay, identify. Casting 11 minutes, so I can. One object must touch up to cast a spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, obviously there's got to be magic going on there. You learn its properties, how to use them, attunement, yada yada, charges, whatnot. So I'm going to be working on identifying this device so we can understand.
It's going to take you a little while for that. All right, so Aguilar, your
Is the glass bottle that it's in magical in nature?
Oh yeah.
All right. So I can't do that then.
What were you gonna do?
Well, I have magical tinkering. Imbue any tiny non-magical object with property of your choice.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's all magical.
I can record a message. So that if you can't hear me saying it on the outside, if I do it onto the glass jar, it'll do it on the inside.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, every part of this is magical, highly magical.
In about 11 minutes, we should know all that we need to know about this thing.
All right. Mostly, it's not a perfect spell. All right. So, well, anything else that you two are doing while this is taking place? Because you've got 11 minutes.
Inspecting I think there's statues at the other end of the room.
Yes. Well, now that you look at these statues, actually give me a perception check.
My owl's going to be perceptive as
on
well.
The floor. Where'd it go?
Oh, Aguilar, also give me a perception check.
There it is. 17.
Nat 21.
Nice. What's that?
Nat 21.
Nice.
Owl has
Aguilar.
a 31.
So, Alcibiades, these statues are actually suits, and there is, again, one for a minotaur, one for a merfolk, one for a leonin, one for a gnome, and they are up against the wall, and they actually do seem to be as if it was in a charging station. They're kind of like in a little pod thing. And Aguilar, you also see that this octopus guy with your perception check is definitely being charged, and you're like, oh, and it does have a little bit of a tether as well. See, we are assimilated, and yeah. So as you examine these items around the room, you're with that actually, Aguilar, and with that Nat 21 there, you can see that there's like a power cord to be plugged in, and how it comes out, and you see that there are power cords on this machine in the center of the room, and you're like, oh right, it's got a little pull, twist, pull kind of thing, and yeah, there we go. Hilariously, I think, Argrax, you could possibly fit in the Minotaur one. Not a perfect fit, but
What are all the different ones?
Merfolk. It's the races that lived on this island of Cecil. Merfolk, Leonin, Minotaur, and gnomes.
So can I look and see how the Leonin one works and if it would actually fit me?
It will fit you. As far as making it work, you'll have to experiment.
Aguilar,
We're doing this.
we're doing this.
So what do I need to roll to learn how to operate all of these?
I guess it would be kind of for you, it would be Arcana. And of course, no, for the octopus, animal handling, duh. For mechanical animal, it's animal handling.
Mechanical handling. Handling.
So yes, so
Well,
Auto-
I just gave an
Aguilar.
auto success.
I'm doing the
Oh,
octopus
nice.
first.
Auto success. All right. You get in and you're like, all right, I'm pretty sure this is gonna move it forward. And a few of the legs, you close the thing, and you do manage to get it to move forward. Not the best way, you're pretty sure, but it does move. And so you're trying to figure out, like there's all these levers because it is, of course, an octopus. And you're like trying. It's like having a backhoe with like 8 different arms. So yeah, and Alcibiades, you eventually, you can get the armor on and figure it out, and it like hums. It's fully charged. There are at least 8 levers. That's right.
And only 4 directions.
That's right. Argrax, what are you going to try to get suited up in the Minotaur armor, or?
Well, you need to tell me what I've learned from this device.
Oh, right. So the power source, it runs on the 2 forces that are literally fighting each other continuously. Basically that creates the steam that then moves the piston that actually magically like pushes this magical steam piston into creating this magical energy that goes through these wires, clearly goes into the wall behind you, and and it also does have a no, well, I guess you might know that you know what? I guess it does have the same symbol of the little gears that you've seen in other places. All of the suits have the same gear symbol, and this device does as well.
This might be what the point was telling us about the gear chasers. This might be gear chaser technology.
The Atlantean spirit says you must disconnect this from its power source. Please. Like, this is not run the ghost power one. This, my friends, is the power source that was given to those gnomes many years ago to make their deal with the devil. Ha ha. They might want it back. I don't know. But the best thing you can do right now is disconnect it from its power. Or disconnect it from what it's powering.
Okay, so I'm assuming pretty much at this point, all of this stuff that's been charged up is charged up enough for theoretical encounters in the future.
Oh yeah, the battery is full.
Okay, so will I'll ask will any harm come when we disconnect this right now?
The only harm will be that it will stop powering some of those other devices that it's powering.
Okay, so it'll just go inert. There will be nothing else happening, coming out from it, or like that.
Not to my knowledge. And as far as your identify spell goes, yeah, I mean, if you disconnect it, it won't be giving power to anything out there. It'll probably turn off the tractor beam, as all good things do. And as the lights go out, that's where we're going to end it right here because it's 9 o'clock. As they all just go, they're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Aw.
I feel like we've
Just
been
as the
playing-
lights go out, you hear the cockpit open on the octopus, and I go, I can make it better.
I feel like
just for conversation's sake, my owl will help me get dressed in the dark into the Minotaur suit. Obviously, I won't be able to wear the boots because our feet are different, but everything else should fit. We're a pretty similar build.
So actually,
my owl can totally help me with that.
The lights go out. This is the beautiful part. The lights go out. Everything goes dark, but the suits light up.
So, I feel like we've been playing Skyrim this whole time, and all of a sudden we're now playing Fallout 4 and have power armor.
Yes. All right, everybody. We're gonna actually end our show right here. We're gonna chat later on with a little bit of extra bonus material that we're gonna move forward a little bit, so that what'll end up happening is somewhere in the Nat21 game on Tuesday night. You might see some power go out and some other things happen right at the right moment. So do stick around for our next show, everybody. Tomorrow night is our Gothic Horror Gaming. It's going to be episode 2 of our new adventure for Gothic Horror. So do come on and see that. It starts at 10 p.m. later than our normal shows, but it is, of course, the witching hour. Ooh, the witching hour. And that's 10 p.m. Eastern, of course. And let's see. Then Sunday we have Weird Scouts and Haiku Wrap Up. Monday night is going to be our other Patreon Saint adventure. So our once a month game with our Patreon Saints, our Grand Patreon Saints. And they've got a whole nother mission. So it's all going to culminate in our Tuesday night game in the volcano. And it's going to be a wild, wild ride. So thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in. This has been the AAA episode of the Patreon Saints monthly game. Once again, my friends, this has been Nat21 Adventures. Remember, when a natural 20 just won't do, you need a Nat21. Have a great